they can promote their results in that area in the near future. So we will come more and more projects.
Thank you, Simon and the team. Thank you, Sophie, our representative. We're still with you and we still say you're welcome. At this juncture, I can't go ahead before introducing our panelists that are before us, that are part of this, that rank this to come up to here. And I'm really so much glad to see you here because of the theme of today. They want to engage you and also you engage them. Let's welcome Madam Mary.
Hello everyone. Jambo. Amakuru. Bonjour. Okay, Okay, I understand it's not funny, so maybe there's another word required to say. Bonsoir. Thank you. So my name is
Est-ce qu'on peut soit lever un peu la caméra, soit la rapprocher, parce qu'on ne voit pas trop les panélistes, je trouve.
Okay.
C'était
j'avance.
We are trying to do some good work with the community and help people just for their national community. Definitely we are able to do. Very good to be with you today, and I think that day will be successful. Reason why we are not many today, but some people are here. They are the key people in our community, and after here, I know the message will be shared with the whole refugees in Nakivale Refugee Settlement. Welcome again.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Safari Akonkwa. I'm a refugee by status, and Akonkwa is my nationality. I'm an economist, and as well as a governor, and we are here to support our fellow refugees to see the impact of our trade market in around the refugees camp, and to see how we can support each other in settlements. Thank you so much, and I'm happy to be with you here today. And I have faith and I hope that we enjoy together and get something which is grateful to all of us. Thank you so much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Where is the joy? We also have for us representatives will stop when we stand so that every the person who's at the corner there can see us. I'm still Maarifa Junior on the Gitahi. I'm the university chairperson of this camp. Apart from that, I'm sitting on the committee of 37 overseas at national level. We are representing the views of all the 13 settlements at national level. And as you may be aware, one of our roles is to monitor the implementation of projects for the welfare of you people. People committed. So Wakati Foundation is one of the company limited by guarantee. And as leaders, we are here to monitor what is doing, because wherever he goes to ask for funds, he says, let us idea community. And as one of our role is to see, is he really bringing that money to support the community, or is he bringing the money to support himself? So that is one of our key roles as a overseas, either oversee 1, oversee 2, or oversee 3. Thank you very much for coming. And I think at the end of the day, we shall learn from each other, and we shall take the message to many of the community members. Asante sana.
Thank you so much.
Before you take the microphone, I don't know what's wrong with you people. You are not clapping.
Is that what happened here? You happy?
Yeah, because that is part of us as an African, our tradition is complimenting is part of it.
Yes. So, let's keep complimenting so it will give everyone energy. Thank you so much, the panelists. We really so much downward of the introduction. And we're still expecting a lot from you, because everyone here is interested to know what's really the purpose of here. When you look at our purpose of our conference of this evening, it's how can a refugee benefit from each other? I here am a national Ugandan from Kampala. I can't well describe that. But there are people who really know this very well. They're in this building. So we have their questions, they have their answers for us, and we need to know what's really the benefit of a refugee, another refugee. And I believe everyone will move here when he's contented. I myself, and then I'll say, okay, this is a refugee, and then when one time someone asks me, I know. So we shall not waste a lot of time. We're going to give time here. I would love to know from our panelists who is a refugee, and how can a refugee help each other to benefit? How can another refugee benefit from another? Because when you look at the cause of us to be here, it's under Wakati. And Wakati was founded by Mr. Alex Mango. He's a refugee in this place. Look at that. It's a very, very big step, someone who come out of his acceptance to say, okay, fine, I'm a refugee, but I can do this for other refugees to benefit. So this is first of our example. This is someone who look up to and say, okay, then we can define when how can a refugee benefit from another refugee. So I'd love to hear from Madam Mary, how can a refugee benefit from the other? Thank you. Are we all refugees here? No. That's why I want you to learn who are not refugees, how do refugees benefit from others. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Once again, it's such a pleasure to be in this place. And this is quite an interesting question. So I'll start with a very quick genesis. A few weeks ago, I was interviewing Mr. Alex. Because I'm a researcher, and Wakati Foundation is one of the organizations that the organization I worked with was interested in. And I asked Mr. Alex the same question. Mr. Alex, who is a refugee? So before I say anything else, I'll just want you to tell exactly what he told me in that interview.
Thank you, Madam Mary. So sometimes when I say something, humanitarian people, they say anecdotal. But I say the refugee is not the definition US has given us. for us to have our own habitation. So according to the refugee, the UNHCR, you know the definition of refugee. So vulnerable people, someone was there because it is the country of origin, and they are back here for some for looking peace. And those people, they are vulnerable. But me, I never agree with the definition of UNHCR. And at the end of the day, I pray my God to give me voice, to give me power, go even to Geneva, to get people of UNHCR to change that definition. You know, when you say your children are stupid, the children will go without confidence because it's stupid. So many people, because we are refugees, we have lost hope. Because the system has failed us. We are not useful. But for me, according to me, Alex, it's my point of view. I know my colleagues, they have different point of view, reason why we are here. According to me, a refugee is the person who has failed immigrants. But that person has a story, has his life, has experience, and he can come here to seek asylum, and he can be useful to develop the country where he is. He can develop the country of Salam. He can bring something even to 20 people in this country. So according to me, Alex, it's my point of view. But I think that point of view today, all refugees can understand that definition, can say maybe Alex has reason. Because it was taking me 8 years to have that definition. So we have been something in our country. We have come in here not only for asking the salam, but we can contribute to develop this country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Panelists from this side. Still?
Yes, just before I hand the mic over back to you, I want to say something about one of the most important words that Mr. Alex mentioned to me some time back, and that is systems. So, as he said, he doesn't believe that a refugee is a vulnerable person. And today, I want to say, all of us here, we are refugees or have ever been a refugee at some point. Because each and every person here has ever come to a point of vulnerability. You, I, him, our president. I mean, if you are a believer, it may only be God who has all of it sorted out. But otherwise, all of us have ever come to a point of vulnerability. And that is what the systems that are set by human beings like us are using to define a refugee. So, I'll not answer the entire question, I'll send back the question to you. Do you think the systems that are set by the same human beings like us should be used to define us? Really? Up to you.
Thank you very much. It's an appreciation, opportunity, although Alex is my friend, to be here with you. Dear lady, we are people of concern. No matter how much vulnerable we look to be in this country, honorable country that has hosted us with grace, good culture, with harmony, with security, many adjectives. But the word, as Alex said, and I hope Alex is going to give me time to explain a lot. That is if he's going to be kind, because I need to highlight a lot of things. We are people of concern, POC. We came here because we need something. We came here because we missed something that we needed most. We didn't miss food in our home. We didn't miss, let me say, I can't say happiness, but education, thank you very much. But we need a small space to exercise our talents, the way I could see here yesterday. We missed a place, a small place, even if the country is very big, a small place where we could exercise our talents, we could achieve our ambitions, we could balance our needs, and that is why we ran away from a brotherly country to give us an opportunity not to turn us as refugees, where refugees enter into, where refugees get out. No, it hurts us. We came here to be considered as people of concern, people who have concern, whose concern are to be addressed. And the address is, I don't want to go before doing that because I'm political. Thank you very much. Alex, I request you to give me time. Oh dear, I'll add something more.
Thank you so much for that clarity. When different people keep talking about it, we shall get its final meaning. We shall get to know it deeply, and then we shall leave this place and really know who is the refugee, how can a refugee benefit from the other. Thank you so much. I'm so humbled. At this juncture, I'm going to go to the side of Chairman, also to enlighten us more concerning that area.
Thank you very much, moderator. Thank you, my predecessor, for submitting. I really like your submission. And mine will not differ from yours because I think the crowd is an mine is not going to differ from yours, as we all know who is a refugee. Everyone can define it. But there is that one which is technical and which people seems to ignore. As my uncle said, we are people of concern. There is a saying which says, falling down is not a failure, but failing to get up and move, that is a failure. Now, for us, we are failing to understand, and some of us, few of us who understand who is a refugee, maybe they don't have that ground to also explain more to other people who is a refugee. One thing to know that being a refugee, we still have a common thing, and that common thing is humanity. We are coming here, as Uncle said, there's something we missed, we lacked in our country, which made us to come here. And that thing doesn't make us to cease to be human beings. And on top of that, there are some laws that govern us as refugees, which most of my fellow refugees still ignoring. And on behalf of the host country, there are also people, some people, who are mistreating refugees on their benefit. Because when you look at the 2006 Act for Refugees, it gives us all the rights as human beings here in Uganda. And when you look at the 1951 Convention of Geneva, when you look at the Human Rights, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, we are still part of this world. So, without knowing all this, that's how people start defining being a refugee differently. This is ignorance. So, my kind appeal during this session here, it is for those who can understand this legal text to help. That is where we have our topic. How can refugee benefit from refugee? You find someone who knows about the law of refugees, regulations, but he cannot organize a session to inform other people what about their entitlement. And for me, when I'm having a refugee act, I put it on my left hand and I put the Bible on my right hand. Because when you have the refugee act, you have to do the right things. Because being here, we are bounded by the law of the country. We are not special. We are not above the law. We have our rights and we have our responsibilities. So there are some of us refugees, after having the refugee status, he thinks maybe it's now in another world. It's another country apart from Uganda, or he thinks Nakivale is another territory which is not in Uganda. So these are kind of the education we need to bring to the community to understand. Because someone who came from this country, he has lost everything, reaching in Nakivale. He has to again start rebuilding. And by that exercising, that recovery, he may encounter challenges, and one of them is to understand the legal frame of the country. I'm giving you the example. There is something which says ignorance of law has no defense. Yes, but some of our people still do things in ignorance. So they think being a refugee, they are allowed to do everything. So one of the ways to a refugee to benefit from another refugee is to educate the lower-minded people. Because being a refugee, we came from different places, we have different education background, and we have different understanding, we have different mindset. So those who are having a higher mindset to others, please educate the community. Give them whatever you know, so that you can prevent them to find themselves in a mistake, and you are there as a brother. So that is one of the ways to first benefit from a refugee. So don't keep your education, your knowledge to you alone. So you will not be helping the community. So, Madam Moderator, on my view, one of the ways to help each other as refugees, it is to educate our fellow refugees on the legal front. Because there are some people here who don't know even having a refugee ID is right. Am I lying? There are some people in the community, they don't know that we have a right for documentation. They don't know that we have a right to have a travel document. When they say about travel document, they think this is a favor. Yet it is not a favor, it is a right. This was underlined in the Refugee Act of 2006, that there is a free movement. And I'm sorry to say this. I went in different refugee forums, meet with different refugees from different countries. But Uganda is the first country which has a very good policy on refugees. I'm not saying this, there are some people, when I talk about this, they start calling me Junior OPA. So I'm not bringing